Do you have an expectation on Hronik for tonight?
He's going to warm up and then make a post-game decision there. He got through the morning skate pretty good. I expect him to play. We'll see how his upper body goes throughout the day.
Wrapping up a 3-game homestand tonight, what have you liked from the last couple games here at home?
Winning, and I say that because they're two completely different games in that we played a similar type of game to our identity in which we've won this year in Toronto. Didn't give up a whole lot. And then we found a way to score 7 goals versus Winnipeg, and we didn't defend that well. So bottom line is we beat 2 legit NHL Stanley Cup contenders. And that's good. We feel we have a chance every night, and we found a way to beat 2 really good teams.
I think earlier this year you said around this 40-41 game mark is when you start to take some of the underlying numbers a little more seriously. Is there anything that jumps out to you when you look at them right now?
Yeah, obviously we're defending much better. I mean, we're minus 10 still within the goal differential. But, I think on the whole, I think our underlying numbers are still mid to in that 20 range with our defensive numbers, which is fine because we've had some games that have hurt us, but that's who we are. But, I mean, you just take our last 6-7 games outside of the Winnipeg game, which we won, even that 3-game stretch prior, I mean, we were giving up 8 to 10 to 12 chances against. Gives you a chance every night. So, like where we're at, but that's just a start. And even having these healthy bodies now, someone gave me a stat, I think we're 8-1-2 with Bert in the lineup. I don't think that says a ton about Bert. It does. Obviously, his game's not ordered, but he just slots everyone properly. Bert's a legit top 3, top 6, and now it just slots everyone properly. So we've waited all year to get some kind of a semblance of a full roster. We're pretty close to it, and we want to just keep performing well.
What have you, with Bert and his kind of progression back in the lineup, what have you seen? What have you talked to him about?
It's just going to take time. You can see he's not himself, but manage the things he can control, shift links, bad turnovers. He still gets looks. He still hunts pucks and forechecks. I mean, even the last game, he had 2-3 really good looks. A little more fine-tuned to his game. He probably finishes a couple of those. So, hopefully he starts to find the back of the net here.
Is he kind of the guy where he's at his best when kind of the grit and skill kind of meet?
Yes. He plays the game right. When he's not spending time in the D zone, he's an offensive guy, and he's got legit NHL stick and skill. But like all of us, he's got to do the proper things to get himself out of the D zone and into the O zone, that's where he's at his best.
Did you like the between the legs, or would you rather?
Yeah, I don't mind that. To me, sometimes it's a percentage, but it's not a bad play. It's deception. Sometimes those have worked. Even the Michigan play, those have turned into decently percentage plays where you're not going to score from below the goal line. So sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. If it's done in the proper way where it increases your chance for some deception to score, maybe. But if it's done in a showboat way that takes away from the quality chance, then no. So I thought that was fine. He maybe could have got far post, but that's predictable. The goalie was there. These goalies, man, as crazy as it sounds, that's an easy save for him. He's in tight. He's got nowhere to go. The only way he can beat him is the far post. I don't mind a little bit of deception. Problem is he put it right back into the goalie.
Around the league, it seems like save percentages are trending down. Do you think that speaks more to something about what's happening in net, or
the skill set, a guy's ability to finish, guys creating offense. I mean, this day and age of the offensive player, I feel a little familiar with my own trend, coming from the USHL, BCHL, college, even the NTD teams I competed against back then to the skill set now, it's night and day. I just think it's a skill set thing because the goaltending's obviously. Look, you catch some of those old NHL highlights, and clappers from the blue line are being scored because it's a skate save, toe stretch goalie. The goalies have this thing licked. I think it's the skill set of the players.
With used to be for the longest, for 20-something years, one guy did the Michigan move and then no one did it again. Now it's something that is actually feasible. And
Yep.
as a coaching staff, does that conversation come up now or anything?
No, I don't think so. I think different guys, if they have the skill set and it's part of it, it can be a high percentage play and it's not done foolishly. I have no problem with it.
I'm just as curious, like as a coaching staff, like obviously Anaheim's the one that comes to mind in general, but like you circles like, hey, if a guy's behind the net, he could try.
Yeah, I
to
think
do this.
I think there's some reality to that. I think some of these guys that come into like Patrick Kane, these world class deception type things, same thing. You got to know who's on the ice and where they're at. So yeah, I think that's something that, I don't know if it's necessarily been a pre-scout for us and some of these guys, but I think goalies are aware of it, that it's a potential play. And goalies have made that save now. You even go from goalies being surprised to it to now literally sealing the post and getting a shoulder on that save.
You've talked a lot about Wallman and Seider individually, but as a pair, they seem to be getting better every game. What have you liked about that duo?
Well, it's some synergy between them. Even you can see blue line offensive support, regroups, breakouts. You can see some predictability. They have a feel where they are now, but both have gotten to where they are with their compete in their own end. Both guys close in the D zone. Both guys use their feet to close in the D zone. They get stops, they get pucks out, and it's allowing them to do things in the neutral zone and the O zone. So it's, knock on wood, it's been great, but it's always a tall task, night in and night out versus top lines. And you even saw it with Mo and Sherratt early on. They were great through a 7-8 game stretch. That can wear on you. So it would be a good, hard challenge for the guys to keep up what they've been doing.
Do you feel like it's a unique situation to have two guys that are really good in their D zone, but are both offensively minded as well?
No, I think that's today's NHL D, man. You got to defend in your own end, but I just think both are very willing to defend in their own end. I mean, like Mo's, he's a kid, but he's a beast. Like he's a heavy, hard defender. So no, I don't think that's unique at all.
Has Jake invited you to Texas Roadhouse for?
No, he is not. He is not. But I love that. That's kids being who they are.
Would you go if he invited you?
I coached in the United States Hockey League. I love Texas Roadhouse. That was right in the family budget back in the day. And it's awesome. Those bread and the butter and a legit filet. Peanuts. I used to stuff in my pocket back in the day. So, yes, I am a Texas Roadhouse fan.
My wife works there, so.
There you go. We know someone. Perfect.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.